Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Between the Numbers Sports Show and Podcast. I'm your host, Daryl. And shit, Brian Kelly hires another elite coach. So, again, right? A little bit late with this video, but shit, life happens. So, LSU finally decided to fire Matt House and they went got a guy who is familiar to the LSU program in Blake Baker, right? So Blake Baker was under Coach O as the linebackers coach, right? He recruited Harold Perkins, turned Damone Clark into a goddamn beast. And so LSU went got that guy, right? So I'll just give you some rundown on who Blake Baker is if you don't know, right? My man's got 13 years of coaching experience, right? He's coached mainly linebackers and safeties. He recruited Harold Perkins when he was coaching at Texas. He coached Emmanuel Acho, right, and Quandre Diggs. And then when he was at Louisiana Tech as the defensive coordinator, right? So sorry, when he was at Texas, he was just a linebackers coach. When he was at LA Tech, he was a defensive coordinator, right? He coached Jalen Ferguson, right? And at the time, Jalen Ferguson led the nation in sacks with 17 and a half sacks, right? Um, at LA Tech, they led in rush defense. They was second in total defense, and they was ranked fourth in sacks, per game, right? And then while he was at Missouri, right, as the defensive coordinator, which was recently, he spent 2 years at Missouri, right? They was number 12 in tackles for a loss, and they was number 33 overall in turnovers, right? And then Missouri was number 5 in the SEC for total defense. And so if you add all of that up, right? Blake Baker had that Missouri defense, a top 25 defense in the country, right? Way better than what LSU's defense was under Matt House. I think LSU defense finished what at 109 or 119 or some shit like that. Not very good at all, right? And we saw just how much LSU struggled, right? Guys in the defensive secondary looked confused. They looked lost. The linebackers looked confused. The D line got absolutely no goddamn push. And so LSU lost that swag, man. They lost that swag. They just didn't have it, and I strongly believe that Blake Baker will be able to turn this LSU's defense around. Right now, his scheme is a 4-2-5, so four down linemen, two linebackers, five defensive backs. Right, but you can plug and play. You can sub some of those defensive backs out and get some of your more athletic linebackers in there, right? To cover guys down the field. And when you're a linebacker and you go to the NFL, sometimes you're expected to carry a wide receiver, a running back, or a tight end down the field. So that gives these linebackers a perfect opportunity to get some of that experience to take with them to the next level. Right? It's all about development. Um, Also, if you go back to the linebacker play under Blake Baker when he was at LSU the first time, he loved blitzing the linebackers, right? He loved blitzing the linebackers. And so you're gonna see him turn up a lot of heat on these opposing SEC offenses, right? He's gonna turn up the heat. He's gonna be able to get pressure from the linebacker spot. I think he's gonna be able to get pressure from the defensive line again, right? And you want your defense. Let me see, man. Let me be honest. You really want your defensive line. You want to be able to rush four and get pressure, and that way your linebackers can, if it's a pass, if it's a pass and play, right, they can drop in coverage, right, key in on their man in coverage, right, and you want the D line to be able to get that pressure, but it's okay to blitz it up, to mix it up every now and then, right, and get real kind of exotic, right. So you send a linebacker, you run a stunt with a defensive tackle or a defensive end and a linebacker, right. Some of those things, right. Just keep those opposing quarterbacks and offensive coordinators and teams just guessing on what the hell you're gonna do on defense, man. And you make it fun again. You make it fun again. But Blake Baker is gonna bring a very deep, aggressive defensive mind frame to this LSU defense. And I know today they hired another guy that was a defensive assistant at um, Missouri under Blake Baker. I didn't get a chance to read up on that guy, but I think 2 days ago LSU hired Bo Davis, and I'm going to do a separate episode on Bo Davis because Bo Davis is a goddamn maniac, man. The dude is a beast, bro. Bo Davis is an elite defensive line coach. Just go look at some of the people he coached. I'm just gonna tell you two of the people he coached. Quentin Williams. Y'all know who the hell Quentin Williams is, and Roquan Davis, right? Again, y'all know who the hell Roquan Davis is, right? Both of those guys played at Alabama, and they're in the pros, and they going ham, especially Quentin Williams. Now, you don't think that Bo Davis is going to be able to turn some of those guys that's on the defensive line right now up and develop them into something elite? Mason Smith hopped in the transfer portal. I mean, sorry, Mason Smith decided to go to the NFL. I think that was a huge mistake. The dude's probably going to end up unadopted free agent. If not, he's gonna go on the last day. I think he should have stayed, right? I understand he wanted to, go get money or whatever, but I think he should have stayed patient and seen who Brian Kelly decided to hire, right? And I think he messed up. Ringo went to the pros too. I think Ringo is going to be a higher draft pick than Mason Smith, but it is what it is. So that's kind of an issue, right? LSU doesn't have a lot of depth on that defensive line, but that's just going to provide an opportunity for some of these young guys coming in, right? Some of these freshmen, or some of those guys, some of those younger guys that's already on the roster, is going to have to step up. And it helps when you got an elite defensive line coach like Bo Davis and a elite guy like Blake Baker overall coordinating the defense. I think it helps a whole lot. So I think although we don't have a lot of depth on that defensive line, I think this defense is going to be just fine because hell, Matt House had us down here, right? He had us in the ditches. You can only go up. The only thing Blake Baker can do with this defense is go up. You can't get any lower. We already hit rock bottom uh, with this defense under Matt House this last season, right? Matt House cost us, um, you know, a deep playoff run. I strongly believe that. But yeah, LSU hires Blake Baker. I strongly believe he's going to be able to turn this LSU defense around. I'm excited. I'm ready for LSU to get back in the camp, and I'm ready to see LSU take on USC in Las Vegas in September. And you know, I'm just ready, man. I'm happy. I'm excited about this. I think LSU is in good hands with Blake Baker. I think now we just got to add Corey Raymond as our defensive backs coach. Bring Corey home. Brian Kelly, hear me out. Bring Corey Raymond back home. So let me know what y'all think about the hire, man. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Y'all hate it, y'all love it. Let me know in the comment section. I appreciate all the love and support. Don't forget to like the video. Let's try to get 20 likes on this video, right? The likes help my videos get discovered, and that draws more attention to my videos, and that helps me grow. Because the goal before the summer is to have 500 subscribers, right? We're a little bit over 300. I think we had like 315. Let's get to 500 uh, subscribers by the summer. All right. Until next time, I'm out.